This is Drop Tent Media Network.
We're dating. We're dating.
All right. Yes, we're dating. Welcome to We're Dating, the podcast about sex and dating.
And relationships and all of the above.
And love.
And love, first and foremost.
I'm Alejandro Morales.
I'm Rachel Peters.
We're your hosts.
Yeah, this is happening.
All right. And we've got a very special guest with us for our pilot episode. So everybody put your hands together. Make her feel welcome. It's Peggy O'Leary.
Hello.
Hey.
I clap for myself. That's fine.
Thanks for doing this.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Also, you guys, it doesn't seem like it's a pilot. You guys felt like there was already a... Did you guys rehearse that? It felt like NPR for a second. I am Alejandro. I am Rachel Peters. I'd be like, yeah, what's up? My name's Peg. We're talking about sex and shit.
Yeah, this is like, what is it? NPR roundtable or whatever? Yeah.
Well, I wanted to call the podcast a DSOA for Dick Suckers of America.
Well, yeah, but you guys are going to do
That's right.
something with DSOA.
I would totally still do it. Did we talk about that? Man, I'm drunk a lot. Did we have a DSA? Dick Suckers of America?
It was really like I brought it to you because I saw your set and I was like, oh, we should do comedy together like all the time.
Yeah.
Because I would love to like Peggy back.
And I love to talk about different styles of dick sucking.
There are so many parallels in your set, in my set. About
My family's from Ireland, your family's from Chile. It's too similar.
we both went to art school for film.
Yes.
Did you guys both grow up Catholic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because those are really horny people. Latinos and Irish people, where you get together, Catholicism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, we have a lot of,
A lot of cross
kids.
intersecting interests and desires.
Yeah, totally. I wish I fucked a Latino.
You have it? It's fun.
Not too late.
It's not
I
too
don't
late.
know I have. Like, I mean, like currently. I meant currently.
Oh, right.
even though my boyfriend's from Riverside, California, so he grew up with all Mexicans, so he thinks he's Latino. And he does fuck the little jackrabbit, so that worked.
That's great. Oh, proud of him.
He's so mad at me right now. If he's listening.
Yeah, but yeah, speaking of firsts, and on the theme of firsts, my first sexual encounter was with a Latino.
Oh, really?
It was a short man. He was 5'2". He still is 5'2". He's still with us.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Do you like short kings?
I do. I
I
love.
love short kings. Oh my God, we are the
something
same
to prove.
person.
You know.
Wait, you don't mind the whole like feet like touching the back of your knee thing?
I
Because
like
that
to
was
feel
what
like Seabiscuit.
killed it for you. Like to feel like Seabiscuit.
Yeah.
Wait, are you only having missionary that you always felt the legs? Like, I mean, I don't even know where the legs would go. They're always around me.
No, I'm talking about the cuddling. Like the
I don't
guess,
cuddle. Yeah,
Was
no,
it the
that's
only time
not-
I've ever had anal?
I don't cuddle. Never.
Okay.
Not at
No,
all.
not even like
Not from the front, not
nook
from the back.
part.
What about the butt touches? Like when you're sleeping back to back and your butts are touching?
Is that cuddling?
What's
That
that?
is
That's
called
like the bare
normal
minimum.
life.
It's but it was the bare.
I mean, I've touched a guy after having sex. If that's what you're asking, yes. I
Yeah,
have
but like a
touched.
high five doesn't count, Peggy.
It's a long-winded high five.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
That's
no,
very
I
Catholic.
don't.
No touching after sex.
No,
Jesus
yeah.
would not want us.
Yeah, we're
To like
atoning
what we
for our
just did,
sins
yeah.
afterwards. No, I'm not a cuddler,
Not a cuddle.
but I don't mind that either. Like, I like being a big spoon, maybe.
okay.
So I wouldn't even.
It also works with a shorter guy.
Yeah,
The big spoon part.
I just, you know what? It's definitely like an insecurity about my weight. So I'm like, if somebody was to cuddle me, I'm like, you're gonna feel all of the fat. No. in a station, like when you're fucking and you're on top and it's jiggling, it's fun. It's
Yeah.
like whatever. Woo! Everyone's having a good time. If we're still and you're touching me, I'm like, why? Why are you touching me?
Cool. So wait,
Something
so the first time that you ever made love was there any cuddling expected after the fact? What was the situation?
I feel like I interrupted your.
Oh no, I told
story.
everything.
No,
that was
yeah,
interesting
we
about
got.
mine.
He was
He was
short.
short.
It was fine.
I did lose my virginity a little bit older. I was 21. It was actually a week before my birthday, so I was 20.
Okay.
It was after a Halloween party, so Neil has heard this story. I was dressed as a doll, Raggedy Ann. So I always say, did I lose my virginity or did the doll I was dressed as lose virginity? But he was like a really good friend of mine, and it was pretty funny because I want to say we like made out at the Halloween party, and then He lived in Brooklyn, so it was closer. We went to his house, and because everyone I went to college with was obsessed with the fact that I was a virgin. Like they were like, "What the fuck? Why are you a virgin?" Like da da da.
That's totally
It's so weird. So it's very funny. So when I had sex with Dirty Durns, that's his name.
Wait, Dirty Durns? Hold on.
Yes,
I need more of a
He's the
profile. What
best.
does he look like?
He's great. Very
Okay.
tall, skinny. He at the time he had long hair. He was the equivalent of a hipster.
It's giving Dirty Durns. Okay.
Love him. His last name is Dernberger. I don't think he would care. He's like married with kids now. We love each other. But like he literally was like one of my really good friends, and we just had sex. And I remember he was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude. Like,
Oh, hell
you're
yeah.
like a hooker. I want to have sex with someone who knows how to do this shit." I think I laughed the whole time, and he was like, "Hey, next time don't laugh." No, what he said was, we just had sarcastic sex. And I was like, "I don't know what that means." He's like, "Exactly. You got to do it more because that was sarcastic." The guy was literally like, "Really? Is that what we do?" I was like commentating my own
Wow.
virginity losing, but it was great. I love him.
Yeah,
He's
I
great.
feel like I really like that just because like you're not going into it thinking like this is going to be romantic or special. You're like, I want to check this out.
Yeah.
I want to see how it's
I
done.
was excited I was getting fingered in a cab.
Yes.
So then when we got to his house, I was like, fuck it, let's do it.
Oh, dude, I loved the first time I made out in a cab. I had no reservations.
Ugh.
I was basically mounting the dude in the back of the cab. It wasn't a big
Did
cab.
you get in trouble?
I know. He just tended to.
Oh, no.
He was a
See, I think it
professional.
happens so much in New York that like that's happened a couple of times where they're like, no, sit down. And I'm like, "Sorry."
I'm gonna sit down.
Also, I'm a lot bigger than you, so it's probably easier to notice that I was mounting a
Sneak
dude.
up.
You could sneak.
I can disjoint certain parts of my body if necessary, so I can get on top of
no.
you.
For
Bigger
survival.
see my
Not
ass.
an issue.
If
Yeah,
I get
for
on top
survival.
of a dude.
Okay, that's the time. I lost my virginity when I was 17 to an improv kid.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I
So
was
you yes
a lot of
anded
yes
your way.
a lot of yes and yeah. He was kind of a big boy. I always liked big boys, and
I love
like
big boy.
yeah, I love a big boy. I just like I don't know. It's just like also more comfortable and like they got cute faces.
Yeah.
He had really pretty blue eyes.
Aw.
His name was Zach. I don't remember his last name, so I can't name him, but
So great.
it's a good name.
That
I've
is-
had sex with a lot of Zachs, actually. I think like 6 or 7 Zachs.
Wow. Jealous of
That's a
you.
lot.
Yeah. It's a
Have
common
you
name.
had sex with a Zach?
I'm maybe one or two along the way, but
Yeah. I've definitely thought about a Zach and masturbated, but I've never.
I have a couple. Zach is my only repeat name, like at least 7 times. But anyway, yeah. And then I lost my virginity. I remember he was like, you should be on top because it'll hurt you less.
and
And it hurt the same. He just wanted me to be on top.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, so you were 17. He was how old?
19.
And he was already an improv dude, or were you also into improv?
I was already, so we met through improv.
Okay.
And he decided not to go to college. So he and I ended up being in the same.
Okay.
So he truly was an improv.
He was
dude.
very
He
into
literally
it.
was like, I'm just gonna improv my way through life.
And I mean, I think he still does it in Virginia, but anyway,
Sex?
he's
We
married.
hope.
I bet you he's
We
married now. Ooh, but the most fun part about that guy is once I had come back from college and we had broken up. We hadn't talked in a year, but I just texted him and I was like, hey, I need a ride to Baltimore to go have sex. Can you give me a ride?
Oh, so you dated this guy?
I dated this guy for 3 months and then I
Okay.
broke up with him because I went to summer camp and met a boy I thought was cuter.
Okay. Well,
I was kind of savage.
young.
I was, yeah,
So young. You went to
savage.
summer camp.
But that's such a sexy time, summer camp.
Right. I had sex in an alley.
I did.
Ooh, did you have sex at summer camp?
I did.
Was it the first time you went to summer camp? To keep with the episode.
It was my first time going to theater camp.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
It was the summer after I graduated high school. I went to the New York State Summer School of the Arts
Ooh.
in one of the Hamptons in Long Island, not the
Oh.
ritzy one of the lesser Hamptons.
Okay.
But there was a college there, so we got to stay there, and it was me and the other budding homosexuals who all either came out of the closet or just kind of fooled around.
Or just
Over the
told their
course of
parents
that
they were going to
summer.
theater camp. And the parents were like, we get it.
There was
You don't know how to have the conversation about it.
there was some gay sneaking around going on at that camp. And
Ooh.
yes, and most of us were over the age of consent, so I can still think it's hot.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Did you
If
hook up like all the way, or did you just like?
No. Just I've got a boner. You've got a boner too. Like, and you fling it. You kind of because you're kids, so you kind of fling it. You're like, it's like you're waving.
I love how you're saying it to us like we know. Yeah, but if either of us could fling our pussies around, this would be a wildly different conversation. If I could fling, if Rachel and I could just be like, I would totally be fucking like a vaudeville act. Like, I would totally just go as a freak show. I would be like, listen, my pussy drops out, guys. But it goes back in. But no.
But yeah, that was such a wonderful time. I miss it.
It's so fun. Yeah.
I want to go to drama camp again. It's just so much. Being raised Catholic, it's just more fun when it's like a secret and it's dirty.
I was raised like Christian, so it was like an open secret. We're just like we don't fuck, and then everyone would like go do anal instead.
Yeah, see, this is weirder. I gotta be honest. Maybe it's because I'm Catholic, but we would just do it.
Yeah.
Not anal. Did you do you do anal? I almost answered that honestly. No, but like that's like it's everyone just got pregnant in Catholic school. Like everyone they didn't do anal, but I find it's fascinating that like Christians are like, if you do it, like that's not a thing, right? In Catholicism, again, it's hard to say it to you because you're like, well, yes, it's always about anal.
But in high school, no, it was like, yeah, definitely there were girls who were
sneaking
trying to
around.
get away with like the, well, I'm a virgin because we're just doing butt stuff.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
See, no, I guess mine were just down and dirty slut. That's fine.
But I didn't do anal, but I like knew that as the Christian. I was like, My parents were like, you should have some religion in your life. But I
thought your parents could be like, you should have anal.
Listen, everybody needs a little anal. Might as well get it out of the way. I've never done anal.
Really?
Never will.
You've never had sex with a guy whose penis was so small, you were just like, I want to feel it a little bit. And so you did anal instead to make him feel good about himself.
Nope, that feels like a you story.
That was the first time.
Oh, wow.
Very small penis. And I was just like, what if we did this instead?
I'm a thicker girl. I don't really date a lot of guys that have tiny penises.
Because they got to make it past the cheeks.
Yeah.
You got to have at least that much length.
Yeah. But I will say that's why I will never. Because every time I say this, it is funny that Neil is here because I've said this before. I have a weirdly small vagina.
Okay. I get that vibe from you.
I talk about it all the time because it's like very upsetting. I was a large woman my whole life, and the first time I had sex, like literally, Durns was like, Jesus Christ, Peg. And then we had sex years later and he's like, it's still that tiny. And I'm like, I've had a tiny puss this whole time. Like I have had this miracle this whole time. But so I won't do it because I'm scared like I'll get ripped open.
That's you definitely don't want an episiotomy from anal. That doesn't sound fun.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know what that is, but it does sound very
It's
scary.
when you rip that little area right between your pussy and your asshole. I'm sorry. No. I had to say it. No.
But for me, I'm like, I'm already giving you a gift. Like you're not getting another. Like
fair.
It's not.
And I've also heard
it
that
does hurt sometimes. Like for me, it still hurts sometimes when I have sex. So it's like, but I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm not doing it. Like I don't do it for any other like moral reason. Like I would. I mean, if someone like really lubed me up and it was like a fun night and I was in a hot tub or something.
There you go.
Sure.
Okay,
I've taken a popper or two, but never.
Okay. And you know what? That'll help.
Well, because
help some poppers.
I really have like a bathroom problem. Like I turn the water on when I pee or I go to the bathroom. Like I still say to my boyfriend all the time, like I don't poop, and he's like, sure, okay, cool. We live together. We lived together for 2.5 years, but like I really hate it, and that is the biggest fear is that I would be having sex. And then I pooped on a guy. Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's real. That's a real fear.
It's a real thing, right? Very real. I hope I'm not saying anything like offensive.
It's so offensive. It's the reality.
So many people are going to write in on the first episode.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at you because I'm like, I'm sure you have some experience.
I have a little bit. Not as much as you think. I'm a side. That's when you don't really fuck. You kind of like mouth and hand stuff. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Not really. Yeah. I would say less than 5 times in the last 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. People think that gay guys are like all about the butts.
You have had sex? You've had sex less than 5 times?
Well, actually, like butt fucking, yeah.
Yeah.
Blowjobs. Are you kidding me? A ton. A metric ton of blowjobs. I mean, like my weed dealer hook up at least like, well, when he lived in South Philly, it was like 2 or 3 times a week. Now it's just one because he lives in Manioc. But like, you know, don't stop. Don't stop, can't stop.
Hell yeah.
It's a compulsion. I think I'm a sex
Do you
addict.
like getting sex? Do you like getting blowjobs yourself?
Oh yeah.
So it's like
it's either way. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a great time. No muss, no fuss. Less cleanup. None of that. Ow, get it out. It hurts. All right, give me 5 minutes. You know, like I can't. It's just it's a lot of hassle.
Is it like a 69 situation, or is it sort of like a give and take?
I can't focus during a 69. I cannot. There's too much happening. I can't. It's just we're just one and one. I'm very just mathematical. Me and you and me, and everybody. It's
like a trading.
Great.
I love
finish
that.
the movie.
Well, you love the trading part, or
Yeah. I mean, I don't like getting eaten out at all.
No?
really?
Mm-mm.
Wait, okay. What happened the first time somebody ate you out? Were you just like waited, like okay, cool, you did it?
I mean, like obviously it's happened and I'm okay with it and I'm like whatever. But no, yeah, it just I already know how I can come.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I can't really come unless I'm completely out of my head. And someone being between my legs and I'm just looking at the ceiling is never going to happen. Unless I'm like literally maybe for like dirty talking and then they do it and I'm like pulling their hair. But no, I'm like, I need to be in front of them. I need to see them.
I need to be stimulated.
I need to be like, I need to be like, I'm mad, you're mad, something's happening. Like, it's like, or I'm okay with also not coming, right? So it's like, I'm fine with it. Like, I know there's like a lot of people that are like, no, we couldn't do it if I gotta come. And I get it. I have a lot of friends that are like, I only come if someone eats me out. I'm like, it feels lonely. It feels like my childhood. I don't have a bedroom again. I'm just by myself on the floor looking up at the ceiling. Like, I'm like, I want the person with me. Uh-huh. Or honestly, my favorite thing is when they like, maybe it's when they're fingering me and I'm fingering like, and because most guys are too rough.
Yes.
I take the clit, they take the deep down, you know? And like, maybe they like whispering something.
Yeah. Like, I hate that dude that's like just like fucking aggressively.
Yes,
has no idea. Yeah.
Aggressively, be a jack. Do it. You know what? It's your show. I'm fine with it. You know, I'll slap you. You can slap me. It'll be good. But like if it's my turn to get off, that's what I'm like the most demanding. I'm like, no, you do this and then you do that. And then it's like
okay, wait, what about the first time you ever actually had an orgasm with a partner? Did that blow your goddamn mind?
I don't know if I remember. I remember the first time I came, but I don't remember the first time with a partner.
Well, I want to hear about that.
Oh my God!
The first time you ever.
Wait, you were going to say something though.
I feel like
this is too much.
I'll tell you this, and then we'll get back.
We'll round you off. Popcorn. I gotta eat a popcorn.
All right. So the first time I ever got F'd in the A by this kid. Carlos Vasquez, we'll call him. Okay. A Puerto Rican guy who went to my high school, was on the wrestling team.
Ooh, already.
We'd been fooling around all of high school, and he had fathered like 2 kids. Enjoy the popcorn. It's a popcorn story. So he'd already fathered 2 kids by the time.
Wow.
Yeah, he was horny. I don't know if he was bisexual or poly. I don't know what it was. He was just always fucking
100% bisexual.
Absolutely.
Right. I love when people are like, I don't know if he was. If you've had sex with the same sex, you're bisexual. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I mean, he was fucking.
If he rocked your world,
he sure did.
Well, then
So we were fooling around all of high school, but we weren't like fucking because we didn't know how, we didn't have the internet. I didn't know how to go about the business of it. We tried once with shampoo to butt sex. Yeah, it hurt so much.
I was gonna say the stinging of that.
It stung so bad. I was like literally like jumping up and down because it hurt so much.
Oh no.
So finally, like after like a few years of trying, we were finally like alone in my room. Nobody was home, and we did he fucked me, and I didn't know what was happening because I'd never gotten penetrated. I didn't know about the prostate or anything like that. And so we're doing it, and I feel like I'm gonna pee. I feel Like, I'm going to pee. Oh my God. And like, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to pee. I don't know what's happening. I'm going to pee. And I'm trying to get him to stop, but he's getting ready to have an orgasm. So I'm like, I don't know. I think we're going to pee. You have to stop. And he's like, boom, 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 boom. And he fucks a load out of me. I came buckets. I came so hard, harder than I ever came in my entire life. It felt like I was going to pee, but really I had an explosive, amazing orgasm. Only one that's ever happened like that.
I love that for you.
Yeah,
what a magical entrance into the sexual universe. Yeah. Oh my God.
I just wish I knew.
Yeah.
Wait, so you, okay, because I don't know for guys, obviously, when you feel like you're going to come when you're jerking off, it doesn't feel like that. But when you hit the prostate, it does feel like that.
For me, it had, because it was the first time I'd ever done that, maybe, or who knows? It hasn't happened again, so I can't measure it against.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Wow. First and only.
First and only. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. No wonder I keep going back to this guy.
First and last. Ooh,
20 years. Yeah. 20 years later, I found him on Instagram.
Ooh.
Yeah. We hooked up on a folding chair in my mom's basement while she recovered from knee surgery.
That is a beautiful love story.
Yeah, then I'd
that's a Hallmark.
Yeah. Okay,
that's a Christmas Hallmark movie. You go home to help your mom rekindle your high school flame.
Hey, Mr. Vasquez. Yeah, I have to call him that now.
And then I gave him $400 to fix his truck.
Ooh.
That's my lifetime Hallmark coming home movie. So the first time you ever had an orgasm?
Yeah, all right.
I had them a lot, so I don't know the exact time. But the first time I know for a fact the first time I ever orgasmed was when I was around 5.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. I would hump a lot of things. Yeah. I remember the first time I got yelled at for it. So that is what I remember, but I definitely know that I probably had done it. I would again, I'm the youngest of 6. We had a little room, smaller than this couch. It was a tiny room that we all watched TV in. And I would sit on the floor and I guess hump the floor. I didn't know what I was doing. I was a little girl, Right. But I'd have a blanket over me. And I remember the first time I came in my mind and I was like, oh, something just happened. And all of my sisters were like, shut up. I mean, something just happened. They're like, yeah, watch the show. I'm like, we're watching a terrible show. I was just reading a thing that we wrote for my mom's 60th. And my childhood was watching soap operas with my mom. I was over, what's it called? All My Children.
Yeah.
By the time I went to kindergarten, I remember coming home, my mom was like, oh my, this is on. And I'd be like, I just think I'm over it. I was over soap operas at 5. So I was just a horny little.
Yeah. And they were very horny. Soap
they were
operas
so
very horny.
Yeah. I was about to say, I mean.
And theatrical.
A to
I
B.
loved it. Yeah. It was amazing. But yeah, so that is, that's the first time I really remember. But I know I must have done but I guess the fact that I said something just happened, I think I was a little scared, and then I didn't do it again until I was 13.
I used to masturbate in the shower until it hurt, but I wasn't nothing was happening. And then I remember the first time I actually came, I was 13, I was home alone, I was looking at a picture of a penis, not even a sexual one, it was just a penis. And I just humped the chair of the arm of the couch. This is
no, it's
doing
great
things for me. It's a good fucking arm.
Sarah Bell has that great joke about that where she's literally when they bring furniture in, because that's what I am. She's that's what you fuck. That's what you fuck when you're a little girl.
Oh yeah, you just hump to death
things.
Yeah,
because.
Or
know.
Hearing about all the different versions of humping too. Some people used to sit on their hands and scoot.
Oh yeah.
Some people used to just hump arm. I used to lie down underneath the faucet in my bathroom, just let the water run.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'd heard of that.
These first are the hornier ones. I feel like they're the weirder. Okay.
I was gonna say is the other thing is I tried to make this a joke once. Again, I feel like Neil's heard all of these stories, but I thought I was going to have a hand baby.
What?
What's a hand baby?
What is a hand baby?
I don't remember knowing about sex, but obviously I knew on some level that a man and a woman together make a baby. So I got scared that because I was masturbating, I would have a hand baby. And then I would find out that I was masturbating because I would...
Everyone would know.
I have tried to make this a joke. It is too much of a setup that nobody gets. And unless you're Catholic or really like know my backstory, you're just like, okay, this is just a girl who just talked about how much she loves sucking dick, and now she thought she had a hand baby. But like, I literally remember, because again, I didn't have a bedroom, so I always slept at the foot of my parents' bed or in like one of the other bedrooms. So I would, when they were at school or something when I was little, I would like sneak into one of the rooms and I would, you know, have fun with myself. And I remember like having this full on and not knowing who to tell, because it's like all of my sisters are cool for a lot of reasons. And like now I know who I could, there's not one of them I could be like, hey, so I was masturbating. Like none of that. They would be like, shut the fuck up, Peggy. Like what? But yeah, I was like fully upset and nervous that I was going to have a hand baby. And I was a fat kid. So I'm like, maybe this is why I'm fat. I'm pregnant with a hand baby.
Would you give birth to like
a hand, I guess. I don't know.
That's what I was, okay.
And maybe I had watched Addams Family recently. I don't know why.
You know, it's possible.
But you would have cared for that little hand.
That is why I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Like, I don't remember knowing that semen into a fucking egg makes a baby, but I did know I could have a baby this way. That's fucking strange, right?
That is weird. That's Catholicism. That's the weird. Well, my parents.
Is that Catholicism?
I know that could be.
No, I think I watched too much like 90210.
Oh,
and like,
yeah.
So like I knew like a man and a woman get together, they could have a baby, right? I knew that.
Yeah.
And like, I think that's what it was, right? Like, it's like, you know what, you don't know.
But you're just like this, like, look, like in 90210.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
they had
but
a
you
great time. I'm having a good time. I'm going to have a baby.
They're having a good time. I'm having a good time. Things are going to go wrong.
I don't know if that's a first, but it's the first person to ever think they were going to have a hand baby.
I definitely, I'm going to put it down. I would put it down as I remember the first time somebody walked in on me masturbating was my mom. I got a couple of those. My mom and my sister. Also
at the same time?
No,
They both.
Well, now that's a porno if I ever heard it.
Mom, Michelle. Oh no, my sister. No, my mom. I used to use my mom's vibrator. Like I stole one of the attachments and I like kept it, but it was my mom's originally, and so I would use it. And then this was when I couldn't control like my own bladder, but I would come and pee. And so I'd pee on the floor and then I would clean it up.
Wait, is that a thing?
Yeah.
So
I
you
mean, maybe
squirt.
it's a thing. Not anymore. Or maybe I'm
Wait, no, wait. So when you would masturbate as a child,
Yeah.
you would also pee.
I would also pee almost at like
You made yourself squirt.
I was able to make my nobody's been able to live up, baby. Yeah.
I think that's also why I don't want to be like, I don't want anyone to go down there like fully, because I am really scared that
Because squirt is
I have
pee.
squirted twice.
Oh.
And it was scary. It was super scary. And like, I'm glad I was with somebody I really liked and they really liked it, but I was like, ugh.
Was everybody surprised?
Everybody was, well, he wasn't, and he still isn't. He always says it. Okay, it was with
classic.
Chance, obviously. It was with my boyfriend. So like, it's like, I'm like, I don't know, was it like the I love you or whatever, but like, he was like, I knew you had this capability. He's always been the biggest supporter of me. But like, he literally was like, I knew it. You like stop it sometimes. And I'm like, I don't stop anything. But like, it's scary.
Wow.
That's
amazing.
It's exactly what you were saying. That's what I was going to say.
Yes.
It's a different sensation. And I have felt like, I'm like, I can come and it's amazing.
Yeah.
But there is a part of me that's like, I think there's a next level that I'm not ready to go to yet. Like a video game. Like I don't want to eat the mushroom and like, like
I'm
with you.
I'm with you.
Twice it happened. I'm like, I was fine. It felt good in the moment, but I immediately felt shame.
Oh, see, that's the thing. Shame. Dude, the first time, I think I was too ashamed to actually have an orgasm with a partner. So the first time I ever came with a dude, like, it felt forced. It felt like I couldn't control it. I mean, it was incredible. Oh my God. Like, I laughed for 3 minutes afterwards. But in the moment, I was just like, no. And then like I let go of a sense of control. And there was like a moment where I was just like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. This is weird. I don't like this. And then I started laughing hysterically.
Yeah. Because it's super intense. I mean, I think everyone everyone's orgasms are super intense or whatever. But I think there is like a level. I mean, I think men have told me this too, where they're like, you know, some are, you know, it's like, oh, that was great. I got the job done. Yeah. But then there's like,
yes,
like
lightning,
rocket ship,
for sure,
fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
And there's sometimes I just don't want it. You know, it's like I gotta get to work in 10 minutes. Like, if I'm squirting at fucking 8:30 in the morning, I gotta be at work at 10.
I gotta clean up.
Like, I don't even know. Could I do my job later? That's a nighttime activity.
I'm dehydrated.
Oh wait, yeah. Okay, how long is okay? No, wait. So back up. How short is an acceptable time to have sex?
Ooh, that's a tough one for me. Because I'll do it in 5.
Yeah, 5 is good.
I'll do quick.
I could do even 30 seconds.
Oh,
if
yeah.
necessary.
And
no, I get disappointed at 30. I'll say I had that recently, and I was like fucking bummed.
I never get really bummed unless, you know, I mean, I've been bummed because I didn't want it. That's different. That's a different verse. But if it's 30 minutes, like, because again, for 30 seconds, it's like, I know I'm not coming unless I was like the most horny, and I shouldn't tell this story, but I'm going to. But I sort of have a relationship where we jokingly say, like, we have consented at all times, right? Yeah. So like, if I'm sleepy, I've consented. Like, I love you if you need it.
No, it's kind of hot.
So we have you know, sometimes I'll wake up and he's fucking me and it's the greatest wake up ever. I always say that to him. I'm like, I like this better than when you're like, Peggy, you gotta go to work. You gotta go to work. I'm like, put your dick inside me. Put your dick inside me and I'll wake up happy. So like, I have definitely been like trying to wake him up and maybe, but like, I wouldn't come in 30 seconds anyway. So like, if I wake him up and it's quick, I'm like, cool, maybe he was dreaming about something else. It was obviously hard. So it's like something's going on. Like, that doesn't bother me. But then again, that's in a relationship that like we have a super, like, we're like madly in love with each other still. Like, I still make.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. Yeah.
It's so gross. It's so annoying. It's why I can't write jokes. I fucking hate it.
Wait.
But like, we're madly, like, I'm still like, maybe he isn't, but I am. Like, I still get like excited. Like, I'll still text him like emojis, like, then I'm going to blow him later, which is so gross.
Would you call
I'm drunk a lot. So maybe that's also why I'm still in love with him. It could be the drunkenness.
Oh, but I love those.
I think that's why Love of Monsters really stopped. Both me and Ryan fell in love, and we were like, what are we going to talk about?
Wait, would you call this your first love?
Healthy one, yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
No, you know what? I don't want to say that because the boyfriend I had before him, we loved each other like, I mean, we're still really close friends. We were best friends, and like, he helped me get over the first guy I ever fell in love with was my boyfriend. Psychotic, crazy. And I like still have like what you were talking about before the podcast started, where you're like it's I can feel it now that I've had other loves. Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, this is unhealthy.
Yeah, this is
like
toxic.
I see them and I'm like, ugh, like my like body boils or something.
That whole just like.
But no, this is I think the healthiest. Of love. Ooh, I mean,
love that for you.
Stupid.
Oh, I love that for you, though.
That too.
Alejandro,
what if we break up tomorrow? I hope we break up before this podcast comes out.
Oh, no.
That's how much of a self-sabotager I am.
I feel like though first love has to be like unhealthy and chaotic, right?
Oh, it has to be, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't know what you're doing.
You don't know where you're going. What's happening?
I don't know what your families are like. My family loves each other in an unhealthy way. Like, we are obsessed with each other, and it's not right. Like, but it's also, we grew up in the same house, so it's like we fight and then we're fine. Whereas like, that was the only love I knew. Yeah. So I think that's the difference. Is like, that was my first love. Then the second boyfriend was like, why are you yelling? Stop. That's not what love is. And I was like, okay. And then I realized, oh, we don't fight the same, so we could never fully be together. Yeah. And then with Chance, it's like our crazies match, but they're opposite, right? Yeah. So we're not like chaotic. I mean, we can be chaotic together, but like our crazies match in that like he doesn't find it, like if I'm freaking out
Yeah.
or like nervous or whatever, he could just sit there and watch me like run around like a idiot and be like, "You okay? All right, cool." Like, do you know what I mean?
No, I
And
know
then
exactly
he
what
does
you
the same
mean.
thing, and I'm like, "You're good, bud."
Because like
Fine.
I feel like part of like a really healthy love is like, okay, I'm gonna be my crazy for a second, and you can handle that.
Right.
And like versus like when somebody is your same crazy and you both are crazing at the same time together. It's like, and then that becomes like a weird, because then you're like all excited and anxious, and the next thing you know, you're like making out or yelling at each other or whatever horrible
Whatever it
thing.
is. Yeah.
So do you remember the first date that you went on with your boyfriend?
Yeah, it wasn't a date. Well, first time we made out.
Oh.
I guess. I mean, we
So-
never really went on a date. I don't think we went on a date until we were actually in a relationship.
Huh.
So I always have people over for. Oh my God, Neil knows this story too. This is probably like the second to last episode we talk about this. So I always have people over for football games, and like we're in a fantasy league together. So like those guys were over, and this was before the league, I think. I don't know actually, but he had come with somebody else. He came with Drew Montana and he came to my house, whatever. And we had been flirting. We flirted at Drew's like Friendsgiving, and we like talked about how like we jokingly, that's like when we like first really liked each other. I called him Chase. I didn't know what his name was.
Power move.
I've done that.
No, literally, Drew and Naeem are his really good friends and my really good friend, and I called him Chase to them, and they'd be like, "Yeah, his name's Chase." Like full it on until the point where we were texting, and I sent him a picture of the word Chase, and I go, "Look, I've never seen this before, and now you're in my life." And he's like, "You know, my name is Chance, right?" And I was like, "No, no." Fully thought he thought I was doing a bit the whole time, and Naeem and Drew knew I wasn't. Like they just full on let it go.
Oh my God.
Because they knew we both liked each other behind each other's back. So whatever. So he just stayed over. He like everybody left, and he's like, Drew left a little early, and like, you know, Drew likes to smoke pot. He's more of a drinker. So it's like Drew was leaving, and he's like, "I'm just gonna hang out." I'm like, and I'm such an idiot. Didn't think he actually liked me.
What?
But I love, and I didn't live with anyone at the point. So I'm please sleep over. Like right now, I'd be like, "You guys want to come home with me and sleep over?" Like I want everyone to stay at my house at all times.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Cool, I get to drink beer still. Like I'm not drinking alone by myself." And I like, gave him a beer. Didn't think anything of it. Literally, I shit you not, until he kissed my mouth, I did not think this boy liked me at all.
Did you feel the vibes though? Were you like, "You're kind of cute"?
Oh no, I like was like I had already told Neil and Ryan probably like that. I was like, I don't know what we named. I don't think we ever gave him a nickname. I always have nicknames for guys.
I do code names. I did code names too. Did you ever do code names?
No.
Oh, code names are fun.
Ended up because I ended up that week. I had already hooked up with 3 other people.
Yes, Peggy. Yes.
So literally, I think like I didn't have a nickname for him. I really didn't think anything of it. Also, I didn't think anything of it because he's 9 years younger than me. So that's the first. I've never ever dated someone younger. And when we hung out at Drew's house the one time, he was having a girl because he's from DC the area as well.
yeah.
He was having a girl come up for the weekend for like a staycation and like to like have a fuck fest. And we made up a game together at the party, and all we did was talk about this girl he was going to hook up with. So like literally in my head, I was like, "Oh, I just have a crush on this guy, but he's 9 years younger. Like whatever. He has girls that come to us. Like also, I'm like, if you're a guy that like would be fine with hanging out with a girl for 3 days who would just come to your house and fuck you, I don't think you'd be into me because like I am very much opinionated. I would have never come to somebody's house and stayed there for 3 days. Like I would have already had like somewhere else to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. You have like a full life.
Yeah. Not like no offense to that girl. She's probably a lovely lady.
Yeah. She probably just wanted to get fucked for 3 days.
I think that's great. Get fucked for 3 days. But I would be like, let's get fucked, but I have friends.
Like, what if we went to brunch? Could we do something during the day?
I'm sure they did. He's
Get
not
a
a
walk.
monster. He's not a full-on monster.
Needs a little bit of time to, recuperate.
The first time I slept at his house, though, he went, "Man, you're the first girl that ever slept over here." I go, "You are a fucking goddamn liar." He's like, "No, I'm not. You're the first girl that ever slept here." And I go, "Fucking a month ago, you told me about a staycation you had with a girl from DC." And he's like, "Oh, shit." I'm like, you fucking
You got caught.
liar.
I do think there's like a weird link or like a weird connection between people from DC and people from Philly because people from DC are liars, but people from Philly call them out on their shit.
Ooh.
And they respect it. Every single dude that I've had a relationship with
liar?
in Philly. Yes, I'm a dirty, rotten liar. Filthy little
Don't do a
liar.
podcast
Yeah.
Just kidding. I did a podcast with Ryan.
Yeah. I have like, I don't know. I definitely have like sugar the pill tendencies. But I've lived here for 12 years.
Sugar the pill.
Never
Yeah.
heard that.
Oh, sugar the pill.
I thought
you know?
I was crazy.
Yeah.
No, it's when you make something that's going to kind of suck to here a little bit easier to deal
like
with.
Okay.
a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine
Exactly.
go down.
We call it sugaring the
Why
pill
didn't you
because we
say
take so
the
many
whole
drugs.
sentence?
We take so many. I'm taking a lot of drugs, okay? So that's how I know it.
Sugar the pill.
But yeah,
It's like chocolate mushrooms. Whoa, sorry. I got nervous.
but yeah, no. So like, but like everybody I've dated in Philly, like I've dated two dudes that are from Philly, and one was Joey Doherty, and he used to call me out on my bullshit. He was my first Philly boyfriend.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Joey Doherty, like I would know?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I was like 18. I was like 18, 19, 20, and we like had like a long hookup thing.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay. You keep talking about 18 and 19-year-old, and I'm like, is Rachel just weirdly like the youngest person I've ever met in my life? Okay, so you're 30. Okay, so
I'm
yeah.
30. Yeah.
I'm not
I'm just
that
like a
much
very
older than you.
boring last like I dated somebody for 3 years recently, and like he's lovely. Don't get me wrong, but it was a very boring. There's not a lot of firsts going on in that one. Oh, first got to make me come consistently.
Okay.
That was fun.
That's really fun.
Yeah, but you know how Gwyneth Paltrow talks about fucking like Brad Pitt versus Ben Affleck, and one is like technically skilled, but one was a better lover.
Oh.
No, I've never heard that,
No,
but I
me
love that I know this.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So
who's technically skilled?
I don't know. Guess. I'll tell you after you guess.
I mean, I would say only because I personally think he's hotter. Ben Affleck was more of the lover.
Yes, actually, that's what
Okay.
she said. Ben Affleck was better at sex.
Also,
than
he's an
Brad-
alcoholic. Alcoholics are always better lovers.
They're really good at sex. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll co-sign that.
sober or not sober. Alcoholics, best sex ever.
Oh yeah. Oh, very fun. I don't know. Are you better at sex when you're high or when you're drunk, or making out? Just like things in general.
I mean, I like to be high. I think
I
it's
love
a lot of
it,
fun to
yeah.
be high. I mean, the thing about being drunk is you get weird ideas in your head. I'll tell you first and last. Is I brought a one night stand home from a bar once. I don't know, 12 years ago. I was in my late 20s, early 30s, and me and this guy were tanked. And I don't know whose idea it was, but we both decided that it was a good idea for us to just tell each other that we loved each other during this one
That's
night
some
stand.
gay shit. I'm
Sick.
sorry. That is so
Sick.
funny to me.
I love you. Oh,
That's-
I love you. Ah, it was
That's
like,
so psycho.
yeah, it
oh
was
my
super
god.
psycho. Never did that again. Did not feel
Okay.
right.
I will
Ugh.
say I had a similar one, but we had known each other for years,
Okay.
and we just hooked up once,
Oh.
and we told each other we loved each other
Ooh.
the whole night.
That's a heavy.
Yeah, I got a UTI.
That's love.
Just from using that
That's
very
love.
serious language. That's what happened.
That is so funny to me. But like, so okay, but I not okay. So why was it bad though? Because if you both know you don't love each other, right?
Yeah.
Yours is different because yours you knew each other for a year.
Yeah.
But you guys met at a bar and you're like, I fucking love you. Because I would do that
Sure. Yeah.
tomorrow.
It's just something
If
about
I go
it.
to a bar after this, I probably will tell some random dude I love him, but it doesn't mean anything about it. But like, so you guys was it too intense the next morning?
No, I think the next morning it was your standard issue. Wake up. Okay, we kind of know each other now, and then sent him on his way, and we never hooked
You
up
never hooked up again?
again. Yeah. So it was the next morning very ordinary. It was just that night. But it was unusually intense, I would say, on account of the I love yous.
And then
Was
did
the
that
sex good?
Yeah.
yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It was great. Yeah.
See, I love that you were like, nah, I'm never gonna do that again. If I knew that that was my kink, I would be the biggest psychopath in the world because I love a one night stand and I would just be telling boys left and right,
Oh my
I
god.
fucking love you.
Oh no.
But okay, wait. All right. We didn't do the biggest one, I guess. The biggest first of all first. When was your first kiss?
First kiss was Andrew in grade school. everybody was pairing off to kiss. This is like such my life. So it was Tommy Doherty's birthday party in the basement, 7th grade, whatever. So it was February 3rd because I only know that because that's the feast of St. Blaise. And that was his confirmation name. That's how Catholic I am. Shout out Tommy Doherty. I hope he's still alive. I don't even know. But so everybody was like pairing off, all the girls and the guys that hadn't kissed before. Now, Andrew went to school with us most of our life, but then he was like a bad kid. So he had to go to public school at like 7th or 5th or 6th grade. He threw a chair at a teacher, real rebel. And so I don't know. He probably also had kissed girls, but like, basically, everyone was like, so-and-so is going to kiss so-and-so. So-and-so is going to kiss so-and-so. And it was like, I remember sitting on the steps and someone's like, Andrew said he would kiss you, which is like, looking back, I'm like, this is why I have bad self-esteem. It was like, Andrew said it'd be okay if you kissed him. And I'm like, I didn't even ask for this shit. But I'm like, okay. So I made out for the first time in front of a whole audience of kids in the closet. We kissed. And I just remember, and I love him. He's like a really sweet guy. I know his, like, I've seen his parents, whatever. But he was like, come on, just do it, babe. I kind of feel like that's like been my life. Like, come on, Peg, just do it. Everyone's watching, just do it.
Go for it.
And then 2 months later, I found out through a girl that went to public school that he told everyone I paid him $1 to kiss me.
Oh my God.
I know.
Ew.
I've forgiven him in life.
Okay, that's good.
He became a surfer. He
Was there
went to Hawaii.
tongue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I already kissed lots of boys. I one time.
I just saw this and now I'm invested.
So my mom's driving a bunch of kids. My sister's boyfriend, my oldest sister, Megan's boyfriend, Jody, had a little brother, Gavin. Gavin and I our parents were friends or whatever. And we were boyfriend and girlfriend because my siblings were boyfriend and girlfriend, but there was some sort of like jolt of a car and we flipped over the back seat and I landed on top of him. I go, kiss me. No one's looking. And my mom's like, okay, Peggy. That's the first time I remember I kissed a boy. But
That's so cute. That's so cute.
it's a violent act.
I think
I've always been an aggressor.
and that's what made it all the more special. Wait, when was your first kiss? Just real quick.
Mine was, I was like 14 years old. I was in Chile visiting my cousin and
You made it with your cousin? Oh, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
No.
He said it.
It was, we were with some girls, some other teenage girls, and we were playing Spin the Bottle. And I had braces, and I think she had braces, but if she didn't have braces, she definitely had teeth. And
Oh no.
I didn't know what I was doing. So we got our faces close to kiss, and then our teeth just kind of crashed together. And then I darted my tongue out a couple times, and there was some lip,
Oh no.
maybe, but it was mostly teeth.
And then you were like, I like men.
Oh my God. What if you had a better
clue.
first kiss? Maybe your whole life would be different.
Maybe.
No,
It's
it
all
wouldn't.
Yvonne's fault, man. What about you?
A classic movie theater. His name was Dalton Power.
Ooh.
I like strong-armed him into he asked me to the movies and I was like so nervous because I didn't like it when people liked me. And so he was like, let's go to the movies.
Wow.
And we go
What a privilege. Fuck you. I don't like when people like me. All I was ever doing was just like, please like
anyone,
me.
even if you want to be a friend, I'm just like, ew, something's wrong with you. But we go to the movies and then I'm just like, he's like, do you want a snack? And I was like, yeah, can we get popcorn, large nachos, large soda, and candy? And then he bought all of that. And then I went, actually, I don't want the nachos. So I gave it away to the person behind me. We're sitting in the movie. I'm being
God, I wish I
mean.
was a hot little girl.
He
was so cool.
I was being mean on purpose because I was so nervous. But then he started throwing things at me. And I was like, how dare you throw things at me? He started throwing things back. And then we had a moment. We kissed. It was cute.
Oh,
And
I love how
then-
you were like, typical. That is not a typical.
you bullied a boy.
I will say I'm more of a bully to boys and then they end up liking it.
I've learned that in my later years.
Okay, I guess that's it. That's it. We did it. First podcast.
Is that it?
Yeah,
That's
we're
fun.
dating.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for coming, Peggy. Oh, and if you ever want to find Peggy, she performs at Helium all the time and she's got an album out. That Cheerleader. It's fucking great. It's very funny.
It is.
Yeah.
Subscribe now on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon Music, and more.
This has been a Drop Tent Media production.